It is here. 3 is here. McCartney 3 is finally here. The wait is over, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the live edition of Two Legs. It's Tom, it's Andy. How y'all doing? I hope you've been able to get McCartney 3. And not only that, I hope you've been able to listen to McCartney 3. I know there's been a lot of people that haven't gotten stuff yet, which we're there too. We're there too. We haven't gotten stuff either.
Yes, we are.
We're getting some notifications that a few things have shipped. We'll get to that in a couple minutes, but let's get a few people in here. Let's see who's going to be joining us, and we're going to talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk about McCartney 3. We'll talk about we'll get a little news. We're going to play the tracks. You can play the tracks along with us. Give our comments after those tracks. We're going to give our comments on those tracks, and we're going to have some fun doing this because I've listened to it a couple times now. I've got a pretty good feel for the album.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the album is here. The day is here. It's a week later. We were supposed to have the album a week ago, but production delays.
And it feels like there's still production delays because there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Especially for those that are in the Northeast where we got some snow.
Right.
But it's here, and we've had some time with it, and man, there's nothing like the hype of a new McCartney album, an unexpected McCartney album.
An unexpected McCartney album, absolutely.
And Anthony, Vera, and
Hey.
Vera, can I have a shout out? Vera, you have been shouted out.
How you doing, Vera?
It's like that Pink Floyd song.
Yeah.
Vera. Very excited to talk about this record today. It's it's just amazing. It was 78 years old, and we got a new record.
We got a new record, absolutely, and he's showing no signs of slowing down.
No.
Because not only do we have this album today, we know he's got the documentary coming out with Rick Rubin. That's coming soon. I don't think we've seen a release date on that yet, but we also know he's working on the music for It's a Wonderful Life show, Broadway show,
was doing
or whatever.
A year ago.
Yeah, he was already doing that, so we don't know if that's still on track with all this COVID BS.
Well, who knows?
Find out. However, we also know that this man has thousands of songs in his back pocket. Excuse me. Will he get them done? Hope so.
Got a ton. Yeah, a couple more people. Tom Brennan, hello.
Hey, Tom. Good to see you, my friend.
My friend Shadow Productions with the shout out. Hello, Shadow. Hey, That's his code name, but we like him.
Shadow.
He's only the Shadow knows, right, Shadow? Matt, and we got a couple. Joe Mayo sent a few people, so thank you.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
George Cresford says, "Hello, I have Macamania, don't we all?"
Hey, well then you've come to the right place.
Yeah,
we are going to be talking about Maca, and it is absolutely Macamania. And first of all, let's just talk about last night. We know he was on Jimmy Fallon. Didn't watch it.
No.
I mean, those interviews with Jimmy Fallon are just kind of annoying. I watched the very first one, and then that was it. That's all I needed to know. Jimmy Fallon, interviewing McCartney. He's just always just a fanboy, which is fine. But grow up a little bit. Act a little bit more professional.
Jimmy Fallon couldn't name 10 Wings songs.
So anyways, that premiered last night. And then last night also we got the Find My Way video that is on the Paul McCartney YouTube channel, so you can check that out. That's one of those videos that you just have like a whole bunch of screens when you see Paul doing so many different things, multiple screens, multiple angles, playing all these different instruments. So we've seen that video before. It's been there, done that. So that's that video. We also have 4 lyric videos that he put out last night as well. We got Women and Wives, Lavatory Lil, Winter Bird, When Winter Comes, and Pretty Boys. So if you haven't checked those out, yes.
Macamania, 12 days of Paul. If you've seen those photos in the UK, and to borrow an old John Lennon quote, he's quite the PR guy.
Right.
More comments here. Anthony said Jimmy Fallon is basically the audience himself. Tom Brennan said the official Stern clip with John's boots from Paul's iPhone is on YouTube now.
Yeah, I still need to listen to that.
Wow, cool. Matt said the good thing about Fallon was he avoided Beatles talk. Okay, good on him for that.
Good for you.
Oliver said he didn't even know that Linda did the McCartney cover. You see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. How do you
Fugazi,
not know that?
Fugazi.
How do you not know that? I mean, honestly, I mean, he says he's a McCartney.
Because he's a clown.
Yeah,
That's why.
good.
Um,
We also got the Chris Rock interview, I believe, that
there was
happened
a
last
little
night.
13-minute
Yeah,
interview with Chris Rock that he did like on
13
face.
minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, what can you accomplish in 13 minutes? I mean,
nothing. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
okay.
Because again, Chris Rock's another one. He could probably only name 5 Paul solo songs. Matt Smith, hey, how you doing
Matt
tonight?
Smith, hey, buddy.
It was entertaining for what it was. I gotta say, Chris Rock actually was halfway interesting. It was pretty good.
Okay,
It was like a
great.
13. Listen, if you can give Chris Rock 13 minutes, give us 10. Come on, come on.
The thing is we won't talk about McCartney III. We'll find some other things to talk about, you know.
Well, yeah, we'll ask him about the third take of the other me.
Right. There you go.
Delwood, love the album. First listen on blue vinyl. 3 more on
Oh,
high-res
good for you.
blue vinyl.
Excellent. I have seen online the people getting different colors here and there. Our friend Joe Mayo, he got a couple colors as well today, so he was pretty lucky. I was able to find one today. I got more coming, but we'll get to that in a second. So
Beautiful.
comment.
Yeah. Joe said Rock was better than Fallon. I didn't see Fallon, but I thought Chris Rock held his own. James Boyce, good evening.
James, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. So nobody can listen. It's like there's almost so much coming out now in terms of the promotion. It's like it makes your head spin.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because when we got the news that McCartney III was coming out, I think right away we got a couple interviews, and I think we got like one review of the album as well. So
yeah, a while back, yeah,
a while back. So, but what's kind of frustrating for me was leading up to this was all these stinking reviews. I mean, we had at least a half dozen reviews a month, a month away from the record. I mean, that's just crazy.
Which is really, you never see one those detailed over a month out from the record,
Right. So, I'm not complaining. It is
what it is. No, it is what it is, and I think.
But when you got that many, right?
He wrote a great
absolutely.
review.
Womack wrote a great review as well. My friend Luca Prazzi, who was going to be on a future show with the McCartney III review,
certainly
he's going to be on with us. So, but the thing is when you got that many copies out, guess what might happen?
What?
A leak might happen.
You think?
And that's exactly what happened. We got a leak.
A leak.
Yeah. So did any of you guys that's watching today, did you guys listen to the leak? Did you guys get the shitty leak, or did you get the actual good quality leak?
Which there was a few.
Yeah. So I know I got the shitty leak.
Yeah, I did too, and I listened to about half the record on the crappy leak, and I said, you know what, this isn't doing it justice. I'm going to wait until release day,
right.
And I'm glad I really did, because I subscribe to Apple Music, and 6 a.m. this morning, boom, I added it to my iPhone, drove around work listening to it today, to it, much different listening experience. Let me just catch up with some comments here.
Right.
Joe said he hasn't been able to get any vinyl anywhere. It's delayed in the stores around me. That's a theme.
Yes.
Yep. Matt Smith lucked out and got a green one. Cool.
Great.
Kevin Martin says, hey, what's up? He just watched Joe Mayo's live chat, and now he's here, so welcome. This is the Two Legs YouTube podcast.
Yes. Thank you.
Press to Play says he had mixed feelings on the albums, but it's growing on him really fast. I think
excellent.
A lot of people have that same sentiment. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Joe, how are you? Yeah, Joe, please. Joe says play your cassette. I will play my cassette, because the only thing I can play today. The only thing I got. We'll get to that later. Steve got the white, Target green, and black vinyl today. Barnes & Noble's blue vinyl due tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. He's on our level.
Right. I called my Barnes & Noble's earlier today too. They did not get any.
They didn't have any in. I was going.
They didn't.
Because they didn't take a trip to mine.
Yeah, they didn't get any blue vinyl in today. So, but I did put one on hold. So.
Oh, with your local store.
Yes.
And Barnes & Noble's been pretty good about stocking vinyl, so they
got a great vinyl selection. I mean, actually, their vinyl selection is probably better than their CD selection now these days.
These days, yeah. I went to 2 Targets today, and so my co-host told me he went and found the green vinyl. And I went to 2 Targets here in New Jersey. Nothing. So we'll see what
Yeah,
tomorrow brings.
we're starting to find a bunch of friends, bunch of YouTube friends that found it. We know Mark P got it. We know Marv Beetle Vinyl got it. We know a couple other friends got it as well. So some people have been Matt Smith, right? Matt, you got it. The
Matt
Green.
Smith, yeah,
Yeah,
he's on here watching right now. He has the
yeah.
white. Matty Smith says he has the white, the pink, and the four.
All right, so the pink. So then he was able to get the Newberry Comics one as well. So
Sure.
so Joe was able to get the white. That's the indie record, and he was able to get the Newberry today.
The
So
white is Bull Moose,
indie.
right?
It's indie stores.
Indie.
But
Okay.
yes, Bull Moose was selling them. That's who I did order mine through. So this morning, Target opens at 7 o'clock in the morning. Right now during the holiday week ish. Because we're almost
Yeah.
to Christmas already. Can you believe that?
Christmas
Christmas.
time is here again.
It is here again. How did this happen?
Yeah.
Kind of glad this year is almost over with. But get there like 5 minutes to waiting in line. Doors open. I run to the back of the store to go to the entertainment section, and guess what's not there? Nothing. There's no
Nothing.
CDs. There's no albums out. There's no display. Nothing like it was for Egypt Station 2 years ago. So I find a lady. I got to help. Excuse me. Can you help me out here? Did you guys get McCartney III at all? She goes, I know what you're talking about. Let me go in the back. I still have a few more boxes I haven't unpacked. Honey, come on. This should have been done already.
Out on the display case.
Exactly. So she goes, okay, we do not have them, but another location does. So only one location in the greater Phoenix area, Target, had McCartney III out. So she said there's a couple there. I ran there. I didn't run. I drove there. It was about 20-minute drive.
You would have ran if you had to.
Oh, if I had to, absolutely. So get there. CDs were plentiful. So here's your CD. Here's your back. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this already.
Now the backs are different on the CD.
Some of them. Now this is bad. This is different than the regular what you got right there on your cassette. So there you go.
So okay,
pretty cool. And then here we go. We've got
there's the Target green.
Here's the Target green. I am going to leave these sealed until I've got them all in my hands, and then we'll do some kind of show or whatnot. We'll show and tell. We'll see.
When you get them all, yeah.
When I get them all, man. The only thing about this one is there a lot of them will have like how many that they did, like a 1,500 or 3,000.
Keep that hype sticker. Keep that hype sticker.
This one does not have anything that shows how many they did.
There's pressings.
There's no number on the back. I know a couple of them, or one person posted that the back had 2021 on it.
Yeah,
which is pretty funny.
We'll catch up on some comments here. Press to play. Oh my God, both your places look like mine with all your Blu-rays and DVDs and records. Yeah. James Boyce said it's enjoyable, but most of the good reviews are a bit over the top. In his opinion, it's not a return to form. It's just a good Mac album. Fair.
Okay. Fair.
Got the blue vinyl here in the UK. Surprised and pleased it arrived on time. Cool.
Excellent.
Target is very unreliable. Even for Egypt Station, you had to go to 3 Targets. Yeah, Target's hit or miss.
Yeah,
man.
see, I didn't have any problem. First Target I went to for Egypt Station, they had plenty of CDs.
Yeah, Steve said the closest Target that had the green vinyl in his area was 20 miles away. That's some dedication. 20 miles to go drive for that. Anthony says waiting on his third man, red and white. Ralph says Paul's website has a download of McCartney III, including the 4 bonus tracks with an exclusive multicolored dice cover. We saw that yesterday too.
Yes, that was announced yesterday.
Yeah,
yes.
So that's just a digital version.
That's all digital. That's all digital because I almost lost my shit because I was like, one more record? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
but see, that's the thing I wanted. I wanted like a swirl or something like that. All of these are solid colors. It would have been really cool if we got some kind of swirl McCartney III.
It'll come out.
Okay. Okay.
Larry, hey guys, love the new album. Hi, Bill. How are you?
Hey, Bill. Thanks for being here, my friend. So so then I finally was starting to get some emails.
We started getting emails that things were being shipped today.
Yeah, so we got the You Discover Orange. I got an email saying that was shipped today. Newberry said that the pink was shipped today, and Bull Moose shipped the
Newberry, Bull Moose,
And Amazon.
And don't forget, if you ordered the Japan copy, that I got an email that also shipped as well.
Oh, that's great. Well, hopefully you won't have to wait a month for that. Hopefully that'll.
Did you get your
No, I
order?
didn't. I didn't order that one. No, I did
You
not.
did not order the Japan. I thought you did.
No, 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 no. My cousin David did.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that
I
I got
think he ordered the 4 with the dice, but then canceled it once they announced the
the
Japan
Japan.
one.
But I tell you what,
Right.
the Japan one, even with shipping, was only like $30.
Okay, cool.
So not bad.
Just a
That's it.
CD though.
That's
Just
it.
a CD. And you know what's cool about that? That's got another different back on it as well.
Right, with the eyes closed.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So I said it said 8 to 10 days from today. It's not
Oh
terrible.
shit. That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So yeah, depending on where you ordered from, if you
Yeah.
ordered from Amazon, you probably got your standards today.
Yeah.
Your standard disc, your standard LP. Although I didn't get either, just like
No,
you said.
which and you gotta know, you gotta believe that there's some delays. If if you didn't get it from Amazon the day of, there's got to be some kind of delay or something. But you got the cassette today.
That's it. But I have at least 2 more versions coming from Amazon that didn't come. The CD
Okay,
and
so
the vinyl.
you ordered that from Amazon?
Amazon.
See, I should have done that too, but because I ordered that from, I think I ordered that
Discover.
from Music Vaults.
Or Music Vaults.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Bill Lear. It looks like the old. Yeah, it's like a single cassette
Yeah,
packaging.
exactly.
And Egypt Station, as you recall,
Station was just like that as well.
just like that too.
Yeah.
Steve said he didn't get an email from PaulMcCartney.com or from Japan CD about his shipping orders. Check that, Steve, because if you ordered from the CD Japan, I got an email the other day that it was shipped. This morning, actually, I think I got it. So
Was it in your main email, or was it in like a spam, or
No.
you know what I mean?
regular email
Okay.
that the Japan copy has shipped. So
Yeah, so and I haven't gotten any word from the multiple ones with the dice, so I don't know when that's gonna ship.
that's you discover.
Yeah. Well, I ordered off of McCartney.com.
Right, but then which
I
just
think
does
you
that
dis-
just get it
that's
just gets
possible.
subbed out to you discover. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
So yeah, listen, COVID, a snowstorm that hits the Northeast, there's going to be delays.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, but the main delay is probably because of all of these different versions.
Yeah, of course.
I do. Now I know when Egypt Station came out, I think there was 4 versions that came out right off the bat. You just had regular. I know you had a Spotify. I know you had another color one. I think you had like
You're talking vinyl?
Yeah, vinyl. Yeah. And then the following year, you got the Travelers and Explorers.
Or Explorers.
Yeah, the Explorers was the double one. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
With the red
is
cover.
the one that came in the suitcase.
Oh yeah, let's not forget the suitcase.
No, we don't want to forget the suitcase.
At Ethan, at Joe Mayo. Yeah. So there was a Target edition of Egypt Station that had the extra tracks on it. So
Yes.
yeah, no, this is it. It's at its finest. So it's Christmas time. I mean, it's Christmas time is a great time of the year anyway if you celebrate it. But hey, when you're on the heels of a brand new McCartney album too, I mean, come on, that's
Right.
it's just a great time. Anthony said, "Wish he was up early enough for the yellow third man."
Oh, who wouldn't want to be? I mean, I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning and it was already sold out.
You're up at that early every day anyway.
Yeah, but still, I mean, how early did you have to get up for that?
3 a.m. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody said, "Oh, are you gonna?" He asked us our thoughts on what's that song? Deep
Feeling, or
Yeah,
deep,
we're gonna go through each track.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through each track as we listen to it in our headphones here, because we can't
Yes.
violate any copyright. But
Right. So the cover. I mean, what did you think of the cover here? The cover design.
I think we have another kind of case of McCartney 1 here. Like the better picture is on the back, and this should have been the cover.
Right.
I mean, I don't dislike the die.
Right.
The dice with the 3. I think it's pretty cool and simple enough.
Right.
But these photos that Mary took, all these are variations of the
all of them.
They're all tremendous photos, and great pictures. This would have been one hell of a front cover, though.
Oh, I think so. Any picture of him, a recent picture of him, I think would have been great.
And if it was just this with McCartney 3, like that would have been cool. But then maybe it would look too much like 2. I don't know.
Right.
But no, Yeah, it's I think this album's going to be a grower. I really do.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've heard that a couple times. I've heard people right off the bat say they like it. Not brilliant, but really good. I mean, they're happy with it. I mean, a lot of people think it's a great completion to the trilogy, if in fact it is the completion to the trilogy. I gotta say though, I mean, if every cover had the color dye that was in the vinyl, I probably made more of an effort to get probably all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Joe Mayo said on Fallon Paul said he doesn't like calling it die. So what's he say? Dice? Joe?
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Dice. Die.
Dice
Whatever.
Clay. It's There
Yeah.
you go. Anyways, so we wanna listen to some tracks here. Do we wanna?
Let's start it off here.
Okay.
So long-tailed winter bird, 5 minutes and 17 seconds, all instrumental. And this was the song that we heard a little bit of a teaser on when we first
For
saw
the first trailer, right?
trailer. We heard that little playing on there, and this one's okay. I think it runs a little too long.
Oh, I do too. I mean, it's the instrumentation is great. Don't get me wrong. The playing is great. I love he's doing the stand-up bass part. I mean, I think that's excellent as well. However, yeah, I think it does go on too long. I mean, it's almost kind of like Squiddish in a way, because Squid goes on too long as well. Way
Squid's
too
like,
long.
yeah, six and a half minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes long. So if fans out there are familiar with Squid, I mean, I'm not saying that it's similar to Squid. I'm just saying it just goes on too long.
On and on and on and on.
Yeah, as an instrumental. So
yeah. Jacob Blair says McCartney III is his favorite album. Just brilliant. Wow.
Wow. Cool. Damn, that's some high praise already.
Yeah. Steve Durda said about the opening track, kind of long but hypnotic. Fair.
Yeah, okay. Does everybody like do y'all consider it an instrumental, even though there's lyrics in there, even though there's words?
What's lyrics? Do
you miss me? Do you feel me? Do you miss me? Do you feel me? Do you touch me? I mean, there's actual words, but
I class this as an instrumental.
Okay.
As Anthony Padillo says, could have been about 3 minutes. I agree with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a little bit long for an album intro. It's either got a just a little on the long side.
Right.
Joe loves the opening track. Okay,
that's great.
I don't not like it, but
yeah, exactly. Like I said, I mean, that whole bit I think is brilliant. I love it. Yeah, the drumming is phenomenal. Doing the stand-up bass, I think, is really cool to add that as well. So, really happy with the opening track. It is kind of, odd to hear him, open a album with an instrumental.
Right, but I mean, what does one do when they're home in a studio? They do a lot of jamming, and this song sounds like a jam.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So a lot of these probably derived from jams. Kevin Lyle Martin says he would consider it an instrumental. Yeah.
Okay. Great. I
mean, there are lyrics in it, but yeah, it's it's just it's nothing musically adventurous in terms of lyrics.
No, but I would say throughout this whole album, I think the instrumentation is superb throughout this whole album.
FD Superstar loves that Squid song. There you go. How you doing?
Yeah. Well, it's not a little too long though, buddy.
Joe says not too long. Now he says, but Deep Deep Feeling is too long. 8 minutes too long. I guess Joe doesn't like that song.
There are a couple of songs here that might go on a little too long.
Yeah, Tom Brennan says it's like opening McCartney II with Check My Machine. Exactly. Hi, George. Morning, Terry. Hi, George. Morning, Terry. You would be like, what the hell are we listening to? Ollie Perry says the vocoder vocals are always a welcome to me. Yeah, nice touch.
Right. So now the vocals that are in this song, I kind of dig it, kind of instrumental. I kind of like the vocal effect that's there because it goes with the the theme. When you hear him, think of McCartney, you think McCartney II, you got homespun, you got maybe not too polished, experimental. This album does feel more polished than the other two. Don't you think?
Definitely. This is definitely much more of a polished affair.
Right.
McCartney II obviously was just, noodling and home and working on, not nearly, and clearly even, I think McCartney II was even more polished than McCartney I.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But this one obviously has just more slick,
Production.
on it. Yeah, production on it. On the YouTube, let's see. Ralph says on the YouTube release show with Chris Rock, Paul does a bit of Women and Wives live on the piano. That's right. I saw that last night.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very
James
cool.
Boyce said, "Deep, deep feeling has grown on me. He does not mind its length."
That's
Anthony
what she
Padilla,
said.
Anthony Padilla said, according to the Spotify enhanced album, Paul considered editing down Deep, Deep Feeling. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is the Spotify enhanced album? What is that?
I just noticed it today. It's kind of like it's the album, and then Paul himself is talking about the production, talking about making the album, stuff like that.
All right, but is that going to be another version of the album you can buy where he talks
No, I
about
mean
the tracks?
I think that's just on Spotify.
Spotify, okay.
Yeah.
Steve Dirt, a better recording technology nowadays. Yeah, of course, 1980 versus 1970.
Yes,
And you got
absolutely.
1980s 40 years ago. So, yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
believe that?
so even if it is a homespun affair, he's using
Right,
21st century.
technology
He's using 21st
10
century,
times better. Yes.
10 times better than what it was in 1980.
Right, absolutely. Second track.
Second track, Anthony Padilla says it's commentary along with the songs. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Second track, Find My Way, the
My
one
Way.
that we kind of first heard when that station.
So here we go. So the Breakfast with the Beatles guy, Andrew,
the guy out of Philly.
Gardner, right? Well, he does the show here too. I mean, I should say they broadcast the show here in Phoenix, Arizona too. So he played Find My Way.
He shouldn't have, but he did.
Right. And Winter Comes. So, so he plays the songs, it's cataloged in one of those Beatles websites where they catalog Beatles shows.
Where they had it up there as a recording, right.
Right. So that's where we got it. So that's where we were able to hear it. So how do we know? I mean, it's played on the radio. How do we know that?
If somebody uploads it to a website, that's not. We
exactly.
just go to the website, listen to it. That's not out of our control.
Exactly. So apparently, the next day, we do a review on here, and then I'm hearing from other people. Well, he wasn't supposed to play those songs.
He probably wasn't. Yeah. A couple comments here. Did you hear on the Howard Stern interview? Paul talked about the unreleased song on his phone called John Lennon's Boots. Did you hear
we heard
this?
about it. I heard about it, but I haven't heard the actual
song.
Because he plays the song on the Howard Stern show.
Okay, I didn't hear that yet either. The video, Clenderin Road said he loved the way that Paul made the video for Find My Way, as it looks like a film effect to what you were saying earlier. Yeah.
Right.
Steve Dirt said should have been a 7-inch single backed with Seize the Day. He's talking about Find My Way.
Find My Way, absolutely. Well, go ahead. What?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah. So Find My Way, second track on here. Loved it from the second that I heard it. I think if there was going to be a single for this, I think it should have been Find My Way. Obviously, we got a video, so maybe he thinks that this might be the most commercial or single-ish. But yes, I agree. I would have loved to have seen a record store day, Black Friday record store day release of this single. I mean, of this song with something on the B side, maybe Lavatory Lil or Seize the Day, something like that. But this. I mean, for a second there, I didn't really care for the verses. I love the chorus.
Yeah, you weren't, a couple weeks ago, you weren't too keen on it. It seems to have grown on you.
Oh, this song for me is the tits. For me, this is the song. I adore this song. I love it. I mean, it's pure McCartney. I mean, this is for me everything I want to hear from a McCartney song. I like the production. He's got a falsetto. Now let's talk about his voice for a second here. Now, I mean, his voice.
Falsetto again.
Now, if his voice wasn't rested like it was from not doing these live shows throughout 2020, obviously we wouldn't get this album, but
no.
Falsetto and his singing voice wouldn't have been this
I
strong.
couldn't see him singing this song in concert now.
No. But his voice is an improvement on this album. I think it's even better than it was on Egypt Station, his voice.
Fair point. I agree with that. Yeah, I really dig Find My Way as in terms of a kind of a catchier type single, that kind of checks all the boxes of typical McCartney. It's a good song. Lots of really kind of unique instrumentation throughout the whole thing.
Oh, and then at end, you got the minute coda that he's been, for some reason, I think it's great. I mean, we
He's
got
been
a
doing
nice
a lot
coda.
of that. He's been doing a lot of that.
We got a nice coda at the end to get started
Yeah.
off of each of stations. So I mean, keep bringing that stuff on. A lot of false endings. It's like somebody commented on our Two Legs page that's he's got more false endings on this than the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Joe says "Find My Way" is a natural single. Tom, yeah, another fake ending. Yeah. Yeah. Good track.
But that guitar that he's I mean, that's almost kind of like that beach kind of instrumental type guitar sounding. You know, I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, didn't that guitar player die earlier this year or lately last year that was known for that kind of California beach style guitar that he does? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good track, and then on to Pretty Boys next.
Yeah. Now this was when I will admit that I did listen to the leak. Everybody, I listened to the leak. What? Any more comments there before?
No.
Okay. Anyways, I did listen to the leak. I mean, it happened. My curiosity got the better of me. I liked Find My Way, and when winter comes so much that I couldn't hold myself anymore. So, but Pretty Boys was one I didn't really care for to start with, but then looking at it or listening to it again a couple more times.
Oh, you didn't like this one to start?
No, not to start.
No. See, this one, I knew the minute I heard this song, this was going to be classic McCartney. I just knew it. Yeah.
I like the lyrics to this one. I mean, I know there's been a lot of, kind of lazy lyrics, silly lyrics comments out there.
To me, this song could be like a cousin of Early Days.
Okay.
From 2013's New. Almost like that. It sounds like it could be
better vocals, though.
Yeah. No, but it could be like a long lost cousin of Early Days. Similar themes, obviously.
Right.
Tom Brennan does not like Pretty Boys. He talks his way through it.
Yeah, well, he's got that Neil Diamond effect, Neil Diamond, talked his way through a lot of his songs.
Yeah, the whistling and stuff. I just dug this one. I like the playing on this one. The whistling, the piano. I like it.
Right.
I think that's a piano on it anyway.
Right, but you know what? Another thing that kind of a little ticked me off about this is we don't get what instrumentations, what's the instruments that were used, on each track like we used to get back in the day. I don't even think we got that for each of station either. Who did what, who played what, what instruments were used, the credits for the most part.
The songwriting credits are on there.
Yeah, the track, but I'm talking about the instrument credits.
Instruments, who played on what? Yeah,
exactly.
No,
because there is a song on here that I don't think he's the only one on, and we'll get to that in a minute.
That's right. Well, yeah, his band helped him out with that one a little bit there.
Right.
George says 7 words are the minimum requirement for song lyrics. Opener. Oh, he was talking about the opener, the album opener.
Mm-hmm.
Long Tail Winter Bird. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Heather is not an instrumental.
No, it's not. I guess not. But 3 songs in. I like Pretty Boy. I think it's a good song.
Yeah.
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah. Now the 4th song is one that I'm still working on.
You're working your way up to that one.
Yeah. The piano ballad type thing. Women and Wives. His vocals on here are not bad. I'm not really the biggest fan about how he sings this one. Give me woman, he's
what is he doing? What is he down in like Louisiana again? It's not. We're not recording My Carnival here, Paul.
Right. So
this one.
I don't know if the sound of his voice fits the song, but yeah, I'm definitely going to work on it some more. So my first impressions on this one is, I'm not going to say skip just yet, but obviously I want to give all these songs plenty of time before.
You have to. Yeah. I like the piano playing on it.
Oh, absolutely. Piano again. All the instrumentations are
but
excellent.
the vocals on this is just like, what's he doing? What's he going for here? Hey man, where, like you said, where are we? Maybe that's the effect.
Right.
Now Ollie says "Women and Wives" is the best song on it. There you go.
Excellent. I see. This is what I love. I mean, I love hearing people's opinions on what they love and what they don't like, and just to see how everybody differs. I mean, this is what I really enjoy.
This is
You
what it
know?
is. This
Yeah.
is this is whatever we might not like. Somebody thinks is great. And it
Exactly.
gives us a chance to listen
Right.
to it again.
Now we know that he did this album. Some of these songs were not complete. Some of these songs he wrote for this album, and that's another thing that I wanted to know. Was like when did Women's and Wife start? I mean, was this one of the tracks they had in the can or in his back pocket that he brought out?
Well, I
That's
think
another
there's only
thing.
one of those on this.
No, but not every song. I believe in an earlier interview that he said, not every song was just written for this album. I mean, he worked on some of these songs for this album. They were.
Right.
So I want to know is how long have some of these songs not been complete? You know what I mean?
Right. Let's catch up here on some
Yeah.
comments. We've got Delwood says great vocals and piano on Women and Wives, full of
Yeah.
character. Lyrics are excellent. Kevin Martin says Women and Wives is his least favorite on the album.
Okay.
James Boyce, I don't think there's a bad song, which I think is a plus. He loves Women and Wives.
Okay. Great.
Tom Brennan, Women and Wives sounds like he's doing a Fats Domino impression. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's very good. Very well said. Joe
Good
Mayo,
job,
Women
my
and
friend.
Wives is one of Joe's favorites.
Oh, great.
Joe loves Women and Wives. Okay.
Excellent. So we got a couple pluses and a couple minuses.
Steve Durda says his vocals on Women and Wives has a bit of Lady Madonna overtones. Very, very spot on with that.
Right.
Press to Play says I agree with you guys. The voice doesn't really fit that song. Yeah, it's a different kind of vocal for Paul. The
Right.
Lady Madonna overtones, I definitely agree with that. You can hear a little
Right.
bit, women.
Obviously the voice isn't what his was. He has to adapt his voice to these songs to make them work. I know
Yeah.
there's some people out there that say they wish that he just gave these songs to somebody else to sing. I say bullshit. I mean, he's McCartney,
Lavatory Lil.
Laboratory Lil. Okay, this is definitely one of the fun songs on here. Definitely one of the tracks that a lot of people were probably going to gravitate towards right off the bat because there was a little hype about this
I'm
song.
listening to it now.
Yeah. Good little rocker. Good little rocker.
I think I saw Joe say on a comment he wishes Lavatory Lil was like 8 minutes. I don't know if he was busting chops. Don Maley says it gets better with every play. I think that's going to be spot on, very accurate.
Right. So the big deal on this one is a lot of people out there think this is about Heather. Just for tracks for like you think she's being friendly, but she's looking for a Bentley. Obviously Paul is pretty tight-lipped.
She can buy a lot of Bentleys with what she got in that divorce.
Oh, she got plenty of What'd she get? 50?
Yeah, at least. More than that.
No, I think anyways, she got a nice chunk of change.
So you read things that this was about Heather potentially?
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I was seeing. I mean, plus he has said that this song is about somebody specific, but he's not going to mention. But he knows, and that person knows who it's about. But a lot of people think writing Vanity Fair is about Heather as well.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of people comparing this to it's like a Polythene Pam type of song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it has that kind of wordplay to it. I enjoy it. Good little bopper. Yeah. Ollie Perry says Lavatory Lil would be great live.
Yeah, I like how he pronounced it Lavatory Lil.
Well, that's how the British say it.
Right. Yeah, and I dig that.
That's it.
Like a lot of Brits.
Yeah, say what?
Say schedule instead of schedule.
That's correct. That's correct. Or taking the Mickey out of something.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is also another slang.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle. That's all British slang. That's a whole nother show. Which Tom Brennan said when he heard Lavatory Lil, the first thing he thought was Polythene Pam. See, there you go.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, a lot of love for Lavatory Lil here in the comments.
And rightfully so. I mean, it is a good, fun track. It's one of my favorites.
Steve Durda, that's a pee break during live shows.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Hell no. The pee break would be like when he plays My Valentine.
Valentine. That's
pee break.
Or
let me roll it. Or let me roll it.
That should be the best. If I'll tell you what, we all need to make a pact right here now.
What?
If Paul does perform live again,
yeah,
when Let Me Roll It is on, Everybody go to the
Gone.
bathroom. And that maybe hopefully will prove a point. Stop playing the damn song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony says, imagine the first time he does that song live with the picture. If he does that, there's a picture of Heather in the background. Yeah, right. No shot. No shot. Oh, next song.
Next song is the long. See, okay, now I want this is something I want to. I don't know if a lot of people notice this because if
Okay,
you
yeah, talk
have,
about this. Yes.
yeah, if you have the CD, okay, after Lavatory Lil, you get Deep Deep Feeling, okay. That's the order of the CD, okay, and the cassette, right?
Yep. Lavatory Lil, Deep Deep Feeling.
Right. Now, if you have the vinyl, after Lavatory Lil is what? Sliding.
Sliding.
Yes. And then Deep Deep Feeling opens
Side 2.
which makes sense. You know, you got an 8-minute track, you know.
Went up to Joe Mayo's favorite song.
Yeah. So don't know if a lot of people noticed this, but it's just a slight little different different track listing there between the CD.
No, you wonder why that was done. I mean, you could certainly close side 1 with a longer track. Nothing in the book to say you can't do that.
You just have to put two shorter songs then on
side 2.
On side 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Joe said vinyl is probably different to fit properly.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know about that, though. The running time is the album's 45 minutes long. So however, it's not like you have an album, say like London Town, that was close to an hour.
Right.
Stretched out on a vinyl disc 40-something years ago, where it was, by doing that, you're really kind of ruining the sound of the vinyl. We're talking, the vinyl records are made so well now. 45 minutes on a vinyl, no matter how you sequence it, I don't think it's going to determine it.
Right.
A couple comments here. Let's catch up. Probably time constraints. James Boyce. Plenty of complaints on the Beatles Facebook page about the publicity from McCartney III. I don't get it. So many mean-spirited people out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we can talk about that for a minute. Listen, again,
we got 8 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, with all of the reviews that were coming out, I mean, and plus all of the different color vinyl that was coming out, I mean, it really discouraged a lot of people. I mean, especially if they're only doing 1,500 or if they're doing 3,000 copies.
You don't have to buy it.
Well, yes, but still, I mean, people still don't like it. Anyways, I love it. Keep all the colors coming. I mean, yeah. I'm all for it. However, I understand how some people think, okay, it's Paul McCartney just trying to get another number one. How much more money does he need? None of those things.
It's none of our business.
I can almost guarantee you he's probably not making a lot of money from any of these records. Okay, I'm sure it's the record label that's getting, the money for this. And yeah. I'm really going to start working on maybe getting his manager on to try to bust some of these myths.
Scott Roger.
Yeah, Scott Roger. You see, okay, when the ticket sales go on sale and they're $300, $500 and people see that and get the sticker shot. Paul does not decide that.
No.
Okay. Everybody needs to realize that, that production, it probably costs, $500,000-$600,000.
No, you've got to cut. Now, this is your industry, so you know this. Yeah. You've got how many hundreds of people working one single.
Oh my God! Let me from start to finish. I mean, there were so many times I would go to the arena to get food ready, and there's nothing there. And then you just see hundreds of people just build these stages, and the time that takes. And then you got all the behind the scenes people, and the band. I mean, the production manager, the food, the drivers. All that stuff costs money. If Paul McCartney charges $1 million per show, let's say, okay, that money is not going just to Paul McCartney.
No.
Okay.
No, he's got it's a whole operation.
Yeah.
I mean, go look at a tour program from any one of his tours and go look at the hundreds and hundreds of names that are in there.
Exactly.
All
right, but anyways, let's get back to McCartney III.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Deep Deep Feeling. This is the long track. This is
the
monster.
long one. Yeah. It's a grower. I know Joe Mayo doesn't like it. I didn't love it on first listen either.
Right.
It plods along. I could see where people are like, really, with this song? But I don't know. I think it has potential. I think it's a good track.
I mean, I think it's like a modern sounding, maybe something like Jack White would do. You got to have that bass drum, throughout that. I mean, I dig his vocal stylings throughout this track. I mean, obviously, I think it's like 3 minutes too long. I mean, you can make this a really interesting track at 5 minutes, you know. But the instrument, his vocals at towards the end, I think are really cool. I dig that, So I mean, there are bits that I do enjoy about this that doesn't make me want to hate it right away, And I'm liking it more the more I listen to it.
A lot of thing I noticed on this, not this song, but this album in particular, is that the drums are mixed really, really high.
Okay.
These aren't the drums are really prevalent on this record, and does that come about because Paul just starts with jamming? Because he said how we just will sit in the studio sometimes and just start jamming.
Just usually starts with the drums,
right? So I get the sense that a lot of these songs were just derivative out of just jams that started with drums, because of where they're mixed. I don't know. To me, with this record right now, the drums stick out a lot to me, more than piano, more than it's the drums. That's the first kind of my first initial take is like, wow, okay, he was just slamming around and just jamming.
And maybe the lyrics probably came afterwards. I mean, I'm sure he probably ad-libbed a couple of the lyrics on this album too.
Yeah. Joe says we'll deal with Deep Deep Feeling on Monday. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a little plug. That was a little plug for Talk More
Talk. Yep.
Yeah, where then those four will review McCartney.
Well, actually going to be 5 because Womack's going to be joining us.
Oh, Ken's going to join you as well. Yeah.
It'll be great.
Clarence Aaron Rhodes says, yes, artists normally start with the drums for a jam. That's the feeling. That's what I thought.
Right. And we know that he loves playing drums. And guess what? He's playing next to the lyrics of Deep, Deep Feeling.
There you go. There you go, son.
There you go. So I dig it. I mean, again, it's probably a little too long. I was kind of hoping that this would be more of an upbeat jam. I mean, it's more on the mellow, upbeatish. Yeah,
the song's pace really is like for 8 minutes is like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping something for a little more up tempo, not necessarily Rode All Night up tempo, but I mean a little
something
bit more,
with some changes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I like this comment. If I could give this one a +1, I would. Okay. Deep Deep Feeling is a masterpiece compared to Crina Crore. Oh, you win the internet for the night, James Boyce. Win, win, win. Because I hate that,
my friend.
Oh, James.
Oh, James.
James Boyce nailed it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay,
Tom loves Crina Crore. He loves it a lot. He really does.
I'm a fan.
Joe said he would rather hear. Joe said he'd rather hear Crina Crore twice.
Oh, good
Joe,
stuff.
you really don't like this song. I bet you in a year, Joe Mayo will love Deep Deep Feeling.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
He's gonna be in the car and he's gonna get that, that deep feeling. He's gonna be singing along. He's gonna be bobbing his head. His hand will be on the window.
And then he's gonna do a YouTube live. He's gonna do a YouTube live. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I didn't like this song, but I really like it now.
Right. Mark our words. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So
next track. Sliding. All right. So this is the track that potentially is more than just Paul.
Oh, I gotta cut you off.
Yeah.
Joe said it's already gotten less bad. See, it's already growing on him. I knew it. But go ahead.
Okay, so this is the track where I think it's actually Paul. I mean, we know this from when you read the credits in the back that this song was done with Greg Kurstin from the Egypt Station sessions.
Sure.
Okay? Now here you go. Here's the credits. Okay, engineered by Steve Orchid, assisted by Kevin Smith at Hog Hill Mill. Except track 7, also with Greg Kurstin, Alex Pasco, Rusty Anderson, Abe Labora. Why are they in the credits as engineers?
They're in the credits as engineers?
Yes.
Because he probably wanted to give that feeling of I did this myself.
Yes, but is that a lie? Did he? And let's
I don't know. This song does not sound like he did it by himself.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
This is a great song with
But
with
I
every
love this
listen.
one.
Oh,
I really like this one a lot.
this is a great one. And Joe agrees. Sliding gets better with
Yeah,
every. Yeah, this is one of them ones. This is a really good track.
right. No, yeah,
Um,
I dig the lyrics in this one too. You know.
Sliding. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. I mean,
really.
this has the. I mean, it sounds like a modern, rock band. You know.
Yeah. Kenneth Varga. Hello, guys. He's watching in Edison, New Jersey. Hey,
Hey.
neighbor of mine almost. I'm in
Yeah.
New Jersey too, a little north of you.
Okay.
And a big fan of Joe Mayo. McCartney III is
Hey.
great. Delwood said Abe and Rusty played on sliding. Right, but
Yes.
to Tom's point, they're only listed as
Yes.
engineers.
Right. So I don't mind a little small lie, but at least acknowledge the fact that he didn't play everything on here. Okay, because one, if you listen to McCartney, he doesn't do everything on McCartney because Linda does some backing vocals on that. So it just doesn't just have to be just McCartney. Okay, there could be a little bit of cheating, but
Fair.
still, you know,
I love the echo effect on this song.
right?
His vocal
Everything
is
about this track is
drenched in it. Steve Durda says here on our chat, a pretty heavy rocker. It is.
yeah, exactly.
It
This
wouldn't
is
that wouldn't have been out of place on a Wings album, maybe.
No, this is the kind of rocker I want with his band. This is what I want to hear.
Yeah,
This is exactly what I want to hear. Especially with that great talented band of his.
absolutely, and it's evident that they're on that track. But
Right.
that one is definitely, especially after 8 minutes of Deep Tube Feeling, which is again a song that is plods along and it goes on, but then Slide just comes out and just bam whacks you in the
Right.
face.
Yeah.
That's going to be, I think, a real big fan favorite for
I
time to
think this
come.
is it's almost a little Foo Fighter-ish too, a little bit into my
Yeah,
ears.
little bit,
So,
little bit. Yeah, but
and
good
we know
track.
that him and Dave Grohl are friends.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little shout out to him on there too. Kiss of Venus,
Is that
falsetto,
next?
falsetto abound.
Again, another great falsetto vocals from Paul.
I
Who would have thought?
I love the harpsichord in this song.
Oh, right. Yes, I think that
Oh,
was during the bridge. I think
the
that was,
harpsichord use in
or
this
the
song,
chorus.
it was
Yes.
unbelievably
Yes, you
so
see, I
well
wasn't
done.
100% sure at that, and that's why I kind of wish that the instruments were on here. But yeah, but after that, I was like, yeah, that's got to be the harpsichord. I mean,
Gotta
I
be.
mean,
Unless I don't know. Listen, I
I
don't
mean, the
got
guy's got he's got a long history with the harpsichord. I mean, how can you not?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure it's a harpsichord. I would
Yeah.
be nice if we could get some detail on that. Maybe then another edition there'll be a full breakdown. I don't. Probably not.
Maybe next year's Super Duper Deluxe.
Yeah. Got a comment on here. It says rumor McCartney 3.5 will be released in the spring, featuring 21 songs.
That's what I said on Talk More Talk a few weeks back. I said, because we talked about him. I think there was the rumor that he did 25 tracks for the sessions for McCartney 3. Okay, so take the whatever was left over instead of doing a super deluxe version, just do like a McCartney 3.5. You know what I mean? Or McCartney 3
Jesus.
Part 2.
Just give us the deluxe edition and call it a
No,
day.
no, no.
Oh, I like this comment. This is, and I kind of thought I agree with you. I thought of this too. Kiss. This is Tom Brennan. He says, "Kiss of Venus reminds him of a certain softness on Chaos.
Ah,
Very
okay.
very similar to
Right.
that." Kyle Martin. He says he loves Kiss of Venus. Great. He loves
Yeah,
that song.
it's a good
Um,
track.
yeah.
He's got very good bridges. I mean, which are pretty much like the middle eights. A lot of good middle eights on this album.
Yeah.
You know,
Lots. But the
so
harpsichord on this one was
yeah.
great. Steve Durden said same one used on Fixing a Hole.
There
Probably
you
was.
go. Probably, yeah.
Probably
Or
was.
Piggies,
But
wasn't it Piggies too?
Piggies too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Piggies
yeah,
from the White Album as well. But here it is. Yeah. I'm just
yeah,
listening to it, folks. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like it's exactly the same harpsichord on Piggies.
Well,
Yeah.
he's probably
I,
got it he's probably got it at the mill.
yeah. Kevin Lyle Martin said, I heard an interview from a couple of years ago, right after Egypt Station, and he played a little snippet of the melody of the Kiss of Venus. So, wow.
So another track that then he's had for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. No, again, it's one.
See, and if we were lucky enough to have Paul on, this is the question. Those are the kind of questions I would ask him about this. I don't care, how you recorded it, what instruments you play. I want to know when these songs originated. What songs did you bring back? What songs did you finish for this album?
Or
Which
what was
album?
brand new.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Those are the kind of questions I want to know. You
Yep.
know,
Next up, ooh, I think this is my favorite one of the album so far. I think.
another one. I don't care to be bad. I prefer to think
Ooh,
twice. All I know is it's quite a show, but it's all right to
this
be
to me is
nice.
like this is a
Right.
Beatles song.
It's
This
almost
is a
kind of
Beatles
like,
song.
I used to drink too much. I used to get stoned. You know what I mean? Kind of a little bit
Similar.
similar.
The descending bass notes on this song is what grabbed
Right,
me right off the bat. You got the descending bass parts going down right
right,
at the top,
right.
and the
And see, and then
killer piano.
yeah, and then I think this is the best side. By the way, of if you're listening to the album, I think side two is the
The
better
better
half.
side.
Yeah, the better side. The
Okay.
better side. Yeah,
What
yeah.
about the cassette?
Well, what's on side two of the cassette?
Slide and Kiss of Venus, Seize the Day, Deep Down, Winter Bird, When Winter Comes.
Yeah, see, that's great.
Okay.
See, I think that's a perfect album side right there.
Yeah. Oh, Jack Johnson. He said, "Happy with you." This also
Yeah,
reminds him of
I
"Happy
was
with
kind of
You."
be with you. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. McCartney. Let's see. Oh, and the Queen is here.
Hey, Queen.
Much of McCartney III is very fireman-esque to her. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Joe Mayo said, "Seize the Day" is an improved version of "Do It Now."
Yeah, and I had
Similarities.
thought that too. I had thought that too, Joe, and I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to put that in my notes.
But
It does. It is
Do It
kind of,
Now is much more of a plodding, slow song.
but not that. It's the sentiment. I think it's the lyrics.
Do It Now, Seize the
Do it today.
Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same kind of thing going on
Right.
there a little bit. Yeah. This one, the second I heard it, I'm like, God, this is a Beatles song. To me, that's what it sounded like. Could have been.
Well, he's got all the Beatle instruments in the studio, so
Well,
why
that's
not,
just it. That's
Yeah.
just it. But yeah, Carpe Diem, baby.
Yeah. Listen, I want to talk about Deep Down because this is
Yeah.
also one of my favorite tracks. And I mean, listen, Paul has songs that there's a lot of repetition to them. A lot of repetition. And yes, there's a lot of repetition to this, but the it's funky. I love the groove to this. I love, when he goes, I want to get deep down. I mean, I love all of that stuff. I mean, this is one of those songs that you don't hear him do the style of song that you don't hear him do often. And I wish he would do like songs like this more.
Comes out of nowhere with that
Yeah,
that high pitched
yeah,
vocal with the female's vocal. I guess it's a girl.
yeah.
I don't know if it's him or somebody else or
See, and that's the way it
Morgan.
starts. Yeah, I think
What is
yeah,
that?
exactly. And yeah, that part I don't care for. But then
No.
once that's gone,
But again, listen to this song. Listen to
right,
how high the drums are in this song.
right. Hmm.
Drums are like right in here.
And I think
Down,
that's what
down,
really I think
down,
this is
down.
that's what I really love about this song too is the beat to it.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
yeah,
Steve Durden says he really wails at the end of this song.
yeah,
Um. Yeah, a lot of comments here reflecting that this album has an Electric Arguments feel to it. That's what I'm trying to catch up with all these comments, but a lot of people have said
That's
that
a reoccurring comment.
reoccurring that a lot of people feel that a lot of these tracks are they have a fireman type quality to them.
Okay,
I could see that.
all right.
I could see that. Clendaren Rose says the repetition on this album is beautiful.
No, and this is
That's
when I
Tom's
don't
point.
mind, and this is when I don't mind the repetition, because there is some songs that he does where it kind of gets annoying. This I think is really good. I really like this a lot.
Deep down, I have not heard this song a whole lot.
Mm.
I was able to listen to the album in and out today. I didn't listen to
Right.
it straight through first, so I
See,
haven't heard. So
yeah, and I think this is one of those songs where he ad-libbed the lyrics to it. I mean, this isn't going to be one of those songs where he's doing the lyrics first.
no,
This. I think I would almost bet you $100 that this song, the lyrics came from the instrumentations.
this is like Looking for You from Flaming
Right.
Pie.
Yeah, exactly. He does the all the instruments first, and then he goes back and then he's just adding lyrics to it.
Yeah, Matt Smith, Deep Down is one of the best on the album. He thought so. See,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and again, I think everybody's tastes are different. The more times you get with a record, you might
right,
listen to it differently.
right.
Um, Steve Dirt, a 12-inch dance remix is coming. LOL.
No more Lonely Nights dance mix, right? Right.
Mole mix and the mole mix. Don't forget the
Oh,
mole mix. Yeah.
yeah, and then we got the disco mix of what
Good night tonight.
good night tonight. Yeah,
Yeah. It's got a good. The song has a good riff and feel through the
yeah,
whole thing.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But melodically, it just doesn't go anywhere enough for me yet. It's just like the whole
Mhm.
thing is like gonna go deep down, and then
Yeah.
the whole
Well, see,
time.
yeah, listen, I mean, he doesn't need to be melodic on every stinking song. I mean, there,
No, that's what the Paul we like, though.
it
I do.
is. It is. But, I think, changing it up a little bit, I think is a little refreshing, especially with those. And I just want people to know, too, that this isn't our official review. This is just our first
This is
impressions.
our first impression. We're gonna do a proper show on it with Luca Perazzi.
Yeah.
That'll get posted a week
Couple weeks.
next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
James Boy sees the day is good. Deep down is okay. Not a horror show like Karina Crore. Wink, wink.
Man, damn.
Ah,
I don't think we're going to do the ranking the tracks anymore.
fine, I'll do it.
I'm kidding. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding. I'm
hey,
teasing.
we did McCartney already, the first one. So you're
Yeah, I
spoke
know.
very highly of Karina Crore. We
I
know,
did, and I think that's what he's probably relating to or referring to
probably.
because yeah, I dig Karina Core.
Get,
Anyways,
get in
okay.
your car and drive down the freeway and crank it like you
Uh,
like to do.
yes, I will. Thank you.
So
Thank you
deep
very much.
down, getting towards the end of the album here now.
Yeah. Next track, we got When Winter Comes, Longbird, or what do we got? Winter Bird, and then When Winter.
Another bird, baby. The
Yes,
one that
more
closes the
bird
album.
songs. Yeah. Now, you get what? I'm surprised he didn't call it Winter Bird Link, because it's just what,
Just a
30 seconds.
little 30
Yeah,
seconds before it
snippet.
goes into the proper
Yeah.
song. But
Yeah.
again, this is Paul trying to kind of give the album a theme. He starts with
Right.
this. He opens the album with this theme. Here now we are the closer. He's opening
Right.
with this little, again, and then we go into
It doesn't work though. I mean the sonic of
no
the Winter
that
Bird doesn't fit with the gentleness of When Winter Comes, that's just my opinion. It's too high, and then you get this really soft,
little Flaming Pie
acoustic
era
with
acoustic ballad. Yeah,
exactly.
you almost want to think, what if he closed the album with Deep Deep Feeling? Closed it with an 8 minute
I
epic.
mean, he closed. I mean, he was originally supposed to close "Driving Rain" with a 10-minute song.
Yeah.
So but he just had to put.
Anthony just kind of talked about what you chimed in there with. He wishes there was a better transition between the two tracks.
Thank you. It's too loud, and then it just doesn't make the transition.
Seems very forced.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm gonna do this little theme again and just slap this on at the end.
Right. Kind of like
Um,
the medley at the end of Red Rose Speedway.
you'd
Forced.
be in the minority on that one because I won that one again, my friend. Win for me.
Anyways,
Tim Brownrigg said McCartney III Yahtzee edition coming this spring.
why not? We're gonna have plenty of dice for it.
Free
Speaking of
parking, baby.
Speaking of, one of my favorite Yahtzee editions here is the TARDIS.
Oh,
You know what the
cool.
TARDIS is? The TARDIS.
Yes.
This is Yahtzee right here.
Yeah, baby. Vivian
Uh,
Lund, 100% correct, Tom. Those two songs don't mesh up well. That was Vivian.
Thank you, Vivian.
Yeah, yeah. Del Wood, when winter comes, doesn't make off the ground, but Biker Like an Icon does. Well, it doesn't go back to that. When winter comes, goes is Flaming Pie.
Right. Yes. So when winter comes, yeah, we know that this was done in '92. This was done around the same time as Great Day and
Oh, I'm
Calico
sorry.
Skies.
He would be right then. He would be. Then he said Del is right then because it actually predates. It's off the ground, really. It's not really Flaming Pie.
Yes, it's pre off the ground. Absolutely.
Right. So we could have went on there. Listen, I like Biker.
Well, it's actually probably. I guess you could say it's off the ground sessions, really, or not really, because he's working with George Martin. However, those three songs, it's just weird that they didn't make the off the ground album. It just was totally skipped over to the next one. And I think there was an interview somewhere saying where Paul, what was going to end up using When Winter Comes on the Flaming, the Flaming Pie box set, but ended up choosing to use it.
What do you make of hearing a 50 some odd year old McCartney to close the album here when his vocal, it's just such a he
I
sounds so
think it's
younger.
great. I think it just harkens back to what the McCartney theme is homespun type of,
Affairs.
home, family, love. So I don't mind it ending with this, but yeah, I kind of get dig that idea of closing it out with deep down. I think that would have been really cool.
That would have been cool, but then again,
Or
he did
even
that
deep
with he
feeling,
did that with Egypt Station though,
right?
with closing that with a long,
With the
despite
medley.
so he's kind of might have said he might have done that already, but
But
maybe
this, yeah, exactly. You don't want him to keep closing out albums with these long tracks.
I
You
think
know,
maybe he could have closed the album with "Seize the Day." That would have been a nice way to kind of go out with the album too.
or
Optimistic
sliding.
or
A
sliding. Yeah,
good rocker. To end the album.
yeah, yeah. Very
You know,
Del Wood says very poignant hearing younger voice at the end. That's very could be very sentimental too.
yeah, I think
Younger
so.
self. And I mean, like, listen, God willing, we're getting more. We get 4 or 5 or 10 more McCartney albums, but we don't know what the future holds. And thank
right.
God we got what we
We
got.
got the cassette, right? We
It
got
took it.
the
It took a pandemic, but
right.
it's here. It's December 18th, and
We got another
we're,
album.
ho-
We're
we
not
have a new
waiting
McCartney
five
album.
years. We're
Right.
not waiting 5 stinking years.
2.5 years later, after his last one, we got another one. So it's like
Yeah.
we're
Hey,
blessed.
let's get another pandemic in 2 years.
No, let's not. Doc says, but he likes that Red Rose Speedway medley.
No, hey, listen, that's great. I know, I know. I was more or less joking about that, but anyways,
But no, you weren't.
well, the memory almost full medley, I
Oh,
think,
that
feels
one.
10
Yeah.
more forced than anything. That's a spoon-fed medley for you right there. You know
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but that's McCartney III, man. That's
Yeah.
all of its formats. I hope
So what do you
everybody.
think about his singing though? I mean, again, going back to that, his earlier voice, it would almost be kind of cool, like if he had something even that went back even, further back,
Like
you
go
know?
back to like get an early get a 70s
Yeah,
track and throw that
yeah,
on there.
yeah. Can I take you back to even, maybe something from the 70s too? I like this because,
Imagine if we put yeah, go ahead.
but I like this because he's got a little, mama's little girl, country, country dreamer type, type thing going. So.
Yeah, imagine if he threw like, oh, I've got something I haven't used before. I'm gonna throw cage on here, a water spout. Could you imagine that?
Oh, jeez.
Just
And
throwing.
what a tragedy it will be if those two tracks don't end up on the London Town Back to the Egg.
They will. They
Yeah.
will. So that team knows what they're doing.
Look, Oil Crisis too, another one too.
Right, but it would be funny to your point. He used a
Yeah.
track from the '90s to fill this set. Imagine if he just went and said, "Oh,"
Right.
and he pulled something out of his hat, and like he pulled like when Pipes of Peace came out, and he threw "It's Not On." Nobody knew about that song.
Nobody knew about that song.
You know?
I don't think that ever made it on a bootleg.
Oh no, I don't think. I mean, that wasn't even Luca's book.
No.
You know, Kid. Oh, the Queen says, "Can I take you back?" I see what you did there. Can't
Yes.
get one by the Queen.
No, you cannot. You got to get up pretty early in the morning.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
credits.
you got to vote for the anti-Red Rose Speedway. James Boyce is not a fan of the medley, starring Andy.
Thank you. So instruments and voices by Paul McCartney, produced and composed by Paul McCartney, made in Rockdown, of course. I mean, that's starting to get a little old.
That
It's
was old
cool,
the
though.
day he said it.
I do like at the bottom here. It's nice. Nice shout out to his buddy. This album is dedicated to the memory of our friend Eddie Klein, who we know passed earlier this year. Eddie Klein is the engineer that helped McCartney put the Hog Hill Mill studio together. So and you can see him in a bunch of the what's the Flaming Pipe,
In the World Tonight.
In the World Tonight. Thank you. You can see him throughout that whole documentary. So thanks to Nancy, my ever wonderful family. So a lot of credits out there. He's got a thank you to everyone at Capitol Records, UMG, and all at MPL, Jack, and Third Man. Okay, so there you go.
Anthony Padillo says he could throw suicide on there. Matt Smith said, "Well, should have revived Thinking of Linking."
Thinking of Lincoln. That's funny about suicide, though. That would have been.
Oh. Yeah. Doc says, "I only needed to hear the term Rockdown once. Thank you." Yeah, I think everybody.
Yes, thank you. And Doc, thanks for being here, Doc. It's nice if you show up.
Yeah, the Heart asks, the real question is, what do we think Pitchfork will rate this album? Don't
What's the
know.
pitch for? Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, every review that I've seen by a professional, or I should quotation professional critic. I mean, I don't know how many are out there, but it's all been favorable. You
Yeah.
know, there hasn't been any like 5 out of 5s or anything like that, but there's been the 3 out of 5. There's been the 4 out of 5.
There'll be somebody out there,
So,
some millennial probably who doesn't have a clue who he is, will just write some crap and say that it's just some old geezer pandering to his fanboys. So you know what?
yeah.
Forget him.
Well, no,
too.
this song is not pandering to fanboy to the McCartney faithful. I don't think. I mean,
I
this is
don't think it is either.
you know.
I don't think there is either. James said Yvonne would have fit nicely on McCartney 3. Oh God, yeah, would it have?
Oh, don't get me started on that song. I love Yvonne.
Yeah. Steve asked, "Do we think there's going to be a making of documentary?"
Absolutely, you better believe it. You better
Always
believe
is.
it. Always is.
How many copies in the U.S. is this going to move in the first weekend? Will it sell out? Will it outsell Egypt Station?
It's possible.
Steve Durda says 50 to 60,000. Maybe. We'll see.
I would gander that it'll be close to 100K
He sold, yeah.
sold. Yeah, in the first week, and then 50, 25. Listen, there was just too many different variations, really.
Yeah, but those all count.
Yeah, exactly.
Those all count. So I mean,
they all count. All the ones with the ornaments in it, they all count. I mean, they probably already know how many they pre-sold already.
Listen, between the two of us on here right now, we have 20-something copies between the two of us. Come on. That's two people.
Too many people buying McCartney III.
Yeah. So we're just two people that have just I've just done that to that level. But Ben says this album deserves to be number one. Hope so.
Hey, Rolling Stone had already put it at what's the year-end top 40
Did they?
albums of the year. Yeah. I think it's either top 50. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody out there that has seen this. I think it was ranked either number 30 or 40. I can't remember exactly which one.
Well, says has a chance at beating Eminem. God willing.
I hope so. I'm from Michigan and I can't stand that guy. Kids suck too. They can both go fly a kite.
He has kids? I don't even know.
No, kids suck as in Kid Rock. I can't
yeah, whatever.
I can't stand either of them.
And
not just because of political reasons either. They're both talented at hacks.
Yeah.
Untalented hacks, I should say.
Yeah. If 50,000 people buy 3 to 5 copies each, do the math. Well, maybe.
There you go. I mean,
could be.
Could be. I mean, you got 1,500 of like 4 or 5. You got 3,000 of like 4 or 5.
When's the earliest we would see any kind of returns on where it charts? A week from now?
A week and a half from now, probably. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if Amazon's any indicator. If you look at Amazon.
Okay, well, speaking of Amazon, so Ringo posted a tweet earlier today showing that his new song was number 1 on the Amazon charts, whatever that means. Take that for whatever it means. And then McCartney III was number 1 on the album charts.
Right.
Again, whatever that means.
Right. Is that indicative of the trends of people buying stuff? I don't know. Exactly.
Yeah. So
yeah. Early predictions are Eminem 300 to 550,000 and Paul's 150,000 to 200,000. That was ABZ official. Well, I hope that's not true.
So Eminem put out a new album.
He did?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I mean,
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. You don't know. The last song I remember him doing was "My Name Is" 20-something years ago. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's probably the only good song he ever did.
That was it. That's the only thing I know. So.
Anyways, so McCartney III, yeah, I mean that's our first impressions. Happy with it. I'm very happy with it, and we're gonna talk more. We're gonna listen to it some more tomorrow. We got Luca Perazzi coming up in a couple days. We're gonna do our review with him. Luca, who was very vocal on the Hoffman forums very early on. He's another person that got the McCartney III very early.
Yeah.
So he actually think I did 2 reviews in 2 different papers. So
yeah, so there's a lot
about that.
Yeah, a lot of content coming up to reviews here. We'll have our episode with Luca in a few weeks. You'll be able to see Tom talk about it on Talk More Talk this Monday night. So, there's plenty of thoughts out there on this album. So tune into that to check those guys out for sure.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, and the return of Ken Womack, so he'll be joining us for that as well. So I'm sure that's going to be about a 4-hour episode. So everybody,
Oh, with all the news, I mean,
yeah,
forget it.
listen,
The
3 week
Ringo stuff.
listen. Actually, and then I posted earlier. I sent you guys the text. Bob Dylan's bootleg series, great bootleg series, the
The
1970.
1970 sessions with George is
Oh,
finally getting a
yes.
commercial release. Thank
So
God.
those 9 songs that they did together are during that session. They're finally going to get an official release.
Because and those of you that aren't aware, that Dylan's kind of that album came out of his 1970
So
sessions and
what was it? New Morning or Self Portrait? It was, but I think those. I think it's songs
it's
from those 2
it's
sessions, though.
songs from both of those sessions.
Yeah.
And the album was released in the UK for one day, a couple hundred copies, and it was gone. But due to popular demand, it's going to be out there again. But yeah, your show on Monday night will be a kid. The kid says for sure it'll be a supersized show. Lot to get through. Ringo's new stuff,
Right.
new books,
Yes, you got Ringo's new
McCartney, new
track. You got
song.
yeah.
There's a ton to go on.
So again, I mean, okay, so Ringo, thank you, Ringo, for doing what you said you were going to do. EPs, we really appreciate it, but you could have waited maybe after the holiday to. I mean, it's not coming out till March. January 2nd, January 3rd. Let my wallet rest just a little bit.
Or how about let Paul like have a we had John stuff for the fall and the September October with all the Give Me Some Truth stuff.
Yeah.
December now. Let's let Paul have his few weeks. We're gonna have another.
Yeah, Paul doesn't. I mean, not that Ringo is going to put any dent in.
No, but they shouldn't compete against each other.
Well, they're not competing. What I'm just trying to say is that he just announced it like the day before the release of, or 2 days before the release of McCartney III. So then, therefore, everybody just started pre-ordering that.
Kid really likes Ringo's new single. I know that Tom's not crazy about it. I heard it for the first time this afternoon. I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either. I mean, but I like it when he rocks. I don't like his his slow anthem or come on people style vocals. I mean, whatever. Whatever. I'm hoping I get more into it. I'm definitely going to listen to it again.
I can't even. Tomorrow. I don't even have I need to dive into. I need to go on McCartney III for a while. So sorry, Richie from the Dingle, but I can't give you any time right now.
Anyways, next week, Wednesday, it is Wednesday the 23rd, ranking the tracks, number 6, volume 6. We are doing Venus and Mars. So for people who are new watching us right now, every week we do ranking the tracks, and next week it is Venus and Mars. So please check out those past episodes if you haven't already. Having a lot of fun, a lot of great responses, a lot of people really enjoy. I mean, this is stuff that people like. I mean, ranking the tracks, I mean, they're kind of easy. People dig it. I don't mind, doing stuff like that. You know what we're going to really have fun doing, Andy? When we're all done ranking the tracks, we're going to rank the albums. We're going to do 10 at a time or whatever. And then, whatever's left at the end, we're going to do it.
We'll do it. I can't wait to see where we rank the Queen's favorite song on that record,
Magneto and Titanium.
I think I'm gonna have that pretty high up there.
Pretty high up.
Only just for you, Queen. Just for you.
For those that don't know, the Queen, Kid O'Toole's not a fan of Magneto and Titanium, man. But that's okay. That's okay.
She calls us party poopers. You guys are party poopers. Why? We've been on for like over an hour now, Kit. Oh, we can't. Yeah. Matt's been looking forward to the Venus and Mars show. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So we do that every Wednesday at about 9:00 Eastern. Oh yeah, she says, "Oh no," he said, "Yeah, this can't be so."
So listen, it was fun. Kid O'Toole was just a little history of Two Legs. Kid O'Toole was our first guest, okay, on Two Legs, and we did this thing. We talked about her book. The Beatles guided us tours to the lesser unknown tracks, whatever, all that stuff, songs they were singing. So at the end, I thought it would be cool to do this little bit where we would go through albums and just talk about our what we thought was like a little lesser known song that would be cool for like a volume 2 of our songs that we were singing book. So like David and I were kind of like competing for like a for like a job, so we were both making suggestions. So I made the suggestion of Magneto and Titanium Man, and she just shut me down in seconds. It was pretty comical. So we've been teasing about that for the last 2-3 years now. So it's an inside joke between Kit and I. So
Yeah, Robert S. Magneto and Titanium Man.
great.
Yeah,
Great.
man. So yeah,
Yes.
that'll be so yeah, busy days, and we've got a new show dropping
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Anthony Rotuno who does the Great Glass Onion on John Lennon show. He does a great job with that show. It's all John Lennon centric, just like Two Legs is all Paul McCartney centric. So I was on his show. We did a review of a book. I got him on this. We got him for this show, and what we did is we talked about the Lennon McCartney relationship in 70, 71. We talked about a lot of the he said stuff, right, Andy? When you
Yep.
got so what's that book you got after the Beatles? Is that what it's called?
The book is called After the Breakup, and it's
After
written
the
by
Breakup. That's right.
written by an author called Keith Badman, and it came out was published around 2000, and it only or 2001, and
Right.
it chronicles basically anytime there was any kind of mention of any kind of Beatles activity in the press in those 30 years. Keith covers it here, and fantastically
There's some
great
interesting
detail.
stuff in there.
Day
Right.
by day by day. It's a fantastic book. It's been out of print for a long, long time, but it's a really great resource if you're looking for primary resources to find out when things were reported in all the various musical
Right.
publications, worldwide. And it was a really good help
Right.
for this episode that we did with
Right.
Anthony this past week.
So there's a really cool bit you sent me the page. It's from 71, and it's Paul in the Melody Maker, I believe it was, and he's talking about his opinions on the Imagine or no John Lennon's Rolling Stone interview, I believe it was, and then his thoughts on How Do You Sleep, and then also his thoughts on he said the reason why he didn't do the concert for Bangladesh,
right.
Which was a very interesting quote on Paul as well on that. So really some really interesting stuff in that book.
Yeah, I'll send you some more scans of that too.
Yeah.
But if you can try to, if you
No,
try
I'm
to find
gonna I'm gonna track it down for sure.
yeah, that's a book. That's a must resource book to have for sure. That's a great one. So yeah, that'll be posted tomorrow at 10 Eastern if you want to check that one out. We had a 2-hour chat with Anthony, and it was a really, really good show. So
all right. So thank you everybody for joining us. We had a great time talking about McCartney III. We're going to keep talking about McCartney III. We're not done yet. We're really digging it, and I hope you all are digging it too, which it sounds like a lot of you are. As soon as Andy and I get all of the different ones that we ordered, maybe we'll do a live unboxing or something like that. We'll show all the different colors and whatnot.
As soon as the mailman can get through the snow and get my copies here.
Yeah. So, but everybody, thanks again for joining us. We had a great time talking with you guys. Thanks for being here. See you guys tomorrow, Saturday for our Lennon McCartney show, and then Wednesday next week for the ranking of the tracks of Venus and Mars. So everybody, take care. Andy, good seeing you.